Hi everybody, and welcome to my attempt at this week's BBO weekly free instant tournament. We're an attempt to show improving players how the best method of improving is actually counting the hand, rather than learning a new convention or whatever. So we go to instant tournaments, weekly free instant tournaments. Yes, we do want to play it. Here it is, and set up the history to see how we do over these 8 deals. Just to remind you, this is a best hand tournament. Nobody can have more points than me, certainly not when I got this many, but on any hand, I'm guaranteed to have the most points. Somebody else can have the same number of points, and somebody can have a much better hand in terms of distribution, etc., but they can't have more points than I do. So that's an extra bit of information to use in these competitions, which we wouldn't have in a real bridge event. But apart from that, the deductions we'll make will be the same as we would do, in any tournament. And if you picked up this hand for real, you would know you had the best hand at the table. Who have 24 points, and there are only 40 points in the pack. So it's not the worst 24 points either. Shame the ace, king, queen of clubs are just in a 3-card suit, but you have honours in your 2 4-card suits. So in the robot system, as in most people's systems, 24-point hands get opened 2 clubs. And the 2 diamonds is pretty much a relay. Sadly, the robot does bid 2 no trumps rather too often in this situation, with 8 to 10 points and wrong sides, no trump contracts. When partner opens 2 clubs, you should almost always respond 2 diamonds. You should only do anything else when you have a very good suit to bid, and should virtually never say 2 no trumps. It's just too often, if I've opened 2 clubs and North responds 2 no trumps, my king of hearts is immediately exposed to the opening lead from East through it. Whereas if I'm the declarer in no trumps, the king of hearts is protected from the opening lead. So the robot far too often responds 2 no trumps here. But I'm just going to bid 2 no trumps to show 22 to 24 high card points. I have 4 hearts is Texas. So the robot plays this system called Texas as well as transfers. So 3 hearts would show 5 spades and would allow me to bid 3 spades, and then it could bid 3 no trumps and let me choose which contract it wants. If they bid 4, if the robot transfers to spades, goes 3 spades, 3 hearts, 3 spades, 4 spades, showing 6 spades, it means that they have slam interest as well. When they go this direct way with Texas, so 4 hearts, just says they have 6 spades, it means they're not really interested in the slam. So I'm just going to, but I really am, because I've got a 4-card, we've got 10-card spade fit. Not many losers. Let's see what my options are apart from 4 spades. See what 5 clubs would mean. You bid ace of clubs, 28 plus total points. Means a lot. That's much the same with diamonds. What would 4N no trumps mean? Blackwood for spades. That's probably useful because I want to find out about the king and queen of spades. I can always stop in 5 spades. But 6 spades must have an excellent chance. And it'll find out about the ace of hearts as well. So let's bid 4 no trumps here. 5 diamonds says they have 1 or 4 key cards. So that's probably the king of spades. It might be the ace of hearts. we've got a 10 card fit. We're not really too worried about the queen of spades. Most times we can pick it up for spades or divide 2-1. Danger is here, I can bid 5 hearts that asks for the queen of spades, but if the robot doesn't have it, it would bid 5 spades, saying I don't have the queen, and that spades will get played from the robot's hand, and the king of hearts will be exposed again. And if they do have the queen, they would bid, and they had a king of another suit below spades, they would bid that suit to show the queen of spades and a king. But we know they don't have a king. So the robot will bid 6 spades if they have the queen of spades. And once again, it get played for the wrong hand side. So I'm going to bid 6 spades now, knowing that we're not missing 2 key cards. Let's see what delights we have. So it's the ace of hearts they had. Not the not the king of spades. But this is not too bad, assuming this doesn't get roughed. We need to decide what to do to lose just 1 spade. So we're not going to lose any hearts. We can always rough this 3rd round of hearts in our hand, and that will actually go away on the 3rd round of clubs, won't it? We've got ace king of diamonds to take care of those. So making dummy the master hand. So it all comes down to just losing 1 spade trick. If spades are 2-1 either way, we will only lose 1 trick if we play the ace of spades and then another spade. Equally, if we cross to dummy and lead the 10 of spades, play low, this hand plays low. The low card here is the 3 of spades. And then this hand wins. Once again, the ace of spades will bring down their 3rd spade. Remember, we've got 10 spades, so they've only got 3. When the advantage of playing it from the north hand is that if East has king, queen, 3 of spades, and we lead in dummy, if they play low and we play low, then we'll win, and we'll still only lose 1 spade. So that's the big advantage. So we're going to play spades from dummy, from the north hand. So we're going to win. The safest way of crossing to dummy is in hearts. And we'll lead the 10 of spades. Queen appears, so we go up and win 3. So now we're just going to lose the king of spades. We can't help losing the master trump, but everything else is good. So we can claim just making the contract. 82.1%. So a few other people have bid 6 spades. A lot of people just did 4 spades plus 2. But the 10 card fit and all the controls in my hand meant that we really should go there. And we could have, it would have made 6 no trumps as well, as we had a double stop in every suit. So but we couldn't really be certain about that. We didn't know whether partner had the ace of hearts and what the king of spades. So 6 spades was a safer contract. Right, back to a more mundane hand here, 12 points. So that means that nobody else has more than that. So we're probably not looking at game here, but we've got a 5 card major. So we'll open it. Double from the opponents, take out double, 2 no trumps. So this is not Jacoby 2 no trumps game forcing that the robot plays. After the double, it just shows a sound raise to 3 hearts. with possibly with only 3 card support. Basically, a 3 heart bid would be a preemptive bid. It wouldn't have this many points. The 2 trumps is, and I don't have this many points anyway, so we're not looking for game. As I said, we know we've got the best hand, so we're going to settle for 3 hearts here, which probably will get passed out. Yep. Right. So here we go. Queen of diamonds. It does have 3 card support. We can throw clearly one of our black suit losers on the king of diamonds. We could ruff some clubs in dummy, but the difficulty is actually getting to dummy. Obviously, we're going to play the 3. So we could just play clubs from our hand. But that gets them in and gives them to cash it. So I think we have to. We don't really want to play trumps because we've got a lot of roughing to do. We've got lots of high trumps and we'd like to make them separately by roughing, particularly when we see that they're breaking 5-0. Remember, we had 5, dummy had 3, that's 8. So the opponents had 5, and they're all here in the east hand. So we can expect the opponents to lead trumps whenever they get the lead. So right now I'm going to see if I can cash the king of clubs. There's some danger this may get roughed now. King of diamonds, rather. Didn't, so I'll get rid of my 3 of spades. And now I'm going to play clubs. And that tells us the queen of clubs is here. So my jack 10 of clubs are good now. So now actually I do want to draw trumps. I don't need to ruff any clubs. Don't think I can set up a diamond for a spade discard. This hand will be able to trump. So I'm just going to draw trumps and give up 2 spade tricks. So I'm going to cross king of hearts in dummy, and then to save any risks, remember this hand east has as many hearts as I do. Fortunately, mine are all bigger. Do this, spade from there. Still need 1 more heart. There we go. Diamonds. Do that, and now we can cash our club tricks. And we're going to lose on our 2 spades. So 170 was worth 85%. Did anybody bid 4 hearts? 1 did. 100%. Just getting the over trick was well worthwhile. We're in equal firsts with 1 other person now. Now we come to another 12-point hand. Long minor suits. So if there's another 12-point hand with long major suits, we're likely to lose the auction. But we'll give it a go. So this is a 1 diamond opening. Remember, with 2 5-card suits, you open the higher of the 2. Because then you can bid them both. The partner can go back to the first. So here we go. As I said, they've got the major suit in spades. Partner's shown 4 hearts, but not necessarily clubs. They may have clubs as well. It may be that they have diamond support, but they want to show their 4-card major, or maybe more. But How much will 4 clubs show? 19 to 22 total points. I thought so. Does show my shape. 19 to 22 total points. Just nonsense. I mean, we're not vulnerable and the robots are vulnerable. So we would go down in 50s if we weren't doubled. But clearly the robot would take me for much more and we would be on an unstoppable journey. We almost certainly do have a fit as well because they have a fit. So we probably have a fit in one of the miners, but I've got to see if partner can do anything. What would double mean? 18 to 21 high card points. I just can't. There is no bid in the robot system that lets me just compete. So I'll have to pass. I thought partner would pass as well. Still, at least they started with hearts. Look to have ace king because the king, robot leads king from ace king. And switch to a club of 5. I haven't bid clubs. I have to bid diamonds. So I got right. So it looks like partner has 4 clubs. I don't know robot would false card with the king. So they've got a singleton club. So partner has 4 clubs, so we could have done well in clubs. Partner's got ace king of hearts. So that doesn't leave many points for West in hearts. We know they just got the 3 in clubs. You've got some in spades, but you've got the diamonds. I just don't know where the king of diamonds is. Is it? It doesn't seem in immediate danger of diamond tricks running away. So we'll just play a club. As expected, the robot's drawing the trumps. So partner missed the chance to give me a heart rough. 6 of diamonds away. The robot partner won the ace of hearts. Why did they win the ace of hearts? This didn't look good. That's because they didn't have anything else in between. But they still didn't lead diamonds. But, and well, so you've got the king of diamonds, and it's there. So we couldn't beat 3 spades. %57%, that's pretty standard, but we could have made, we'd have lost, if we played in clubs, we'd have lost 2 spades, maybe. Two spades, a diamond, maybe a club. 5 clubs -1, even 5 clubs -2 was better than 3 spades making. Seems like everybody, but lots of people went 5 clubs -3. So yes, it was impossible. If you bid 3 clubs, the robot was going to launch you. Sorry, 4 clubs, the robot was always going to raise you. And so passing got us a little bit above average. We got down the 2nd or 3rd, so somebody better than that. Somebody, maybe the person who beat 3 spades is now top. How do they beat 3 spades? King of hearts led. 5 of clubs switch, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, 5 of diamonds, king. Draw trumps. Are they? Took a spade finesse for some reason. Right. Okay. We'll go back to board 4. 1 spade opening on my right, but we've got 11 points. And the robot virtually never opens on 10 points. So that looks like 11 points there. And 8 and 10 or 9, 9. Or conceivably 11, 7 between the other 2 hands. Clearly it's difficult. We may be stepping into a minefield, but we really do have to show our hearts suit here. 3 hearts from partner, and we know we're not going. Partner could have been 2 spades with a good heart raise. So this just not showing a good heart raise. So I'm just going to pass. That's enough to win the contract. King of clubs, presumably from king, queen. Maybe king, queen, jack in the west hand. So there's 4 spades. This sounds a bit of spade. If we give them ace, king of spades, ace of diamonds, I suppose. That gives them enough for their opening bid. They must have 11 points exactly, because we have 11. So ace, king of spades and ace of diamonds looks like what they might have. This hand would have king, queen, jack of clubs and the queen of diamonds. So take the ace of clubs. Oh, the jack is here. That's interesting. That would be ace, king of spades, queen of diamonds, jack of clubs. Still not quite enough. Ace of spades, ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, jack of clubs. That comes to 11 points. So this is all totally artificial. Not something that you would have. So I'll just lose 1 club. Spades look as though their spade honours are split. Can't really get rid of spades in a hurry, but if they play spades, they set up a spade trick for me. So at the moment, I'm losing 2 spades and possibly 2 diamonds and a club, but I must draw trumps. Too much risk of a club ruff here, it looks like. Did they play the jack from Jack Doubleton? No. Anyway, when I've finished drawing trumps, it doesn't much. Oh, it probably was a lead from my hand. So I'll cash the king of hearts to start with. I'll just try to keep the entry situation. Right, that's good. The hearts broke 2-2. Leads in my hand. So let's see the club. There they are. Right, so 10 and 9 of clubs are good now. They're now going to cash their spades. There's the ace, so the king is in this hand. Drop the 9. Ace of diamonds is there. Thank you very much. That's their 4th trick. Is it? No, the 3rd trick. Right, so here's their 4th trick. It doesn't matter what I play. And now I've got the rest of the tricks. 8 of clubs, 9 of clubs. Throw the 9 of diamonds away. And that's it. So all the trump, there's no more trumps out. The queen of spades is good. The king of diamonds is good. The 10 of clubs is good. More tricks. more winners than there are tricks. And that's another 57.1%. Keeps me in second or third place. It's 57.1% because virtually everybody did the same. Somebody went one off and somebody let them play in two spades. Right. So partner's opened a club. It might be a 3-card suit. And we have 18 points. Partner could have 18, 17. So we could be a slam here. I haven't got 4-card major. What would 2 diamonds mean? Rebiddable diamond, 17 plus total points. I think I need to, it's not really great diamonds, but the alternative is to bid 2 clubs, which is forcing. It's robot plays inverted minor suit raises. So 2 clubs is stronger than 3 clubs. 3 clubs would just be a preemptive bid. 2 clubs is forcing and unlimited. But then partner would just show us a suit in which they had a stop, and it just looks to no trumps. So I think I'll see if I can tempt the robot into looking for slam by bidding a Selway jump shift. The robot has agreed, shows 3 plus diamonds. Right. So what does 3 spades mean here? So now 3 spades means support for clubs. A splinter in spades, 4 plus clubs, rebiddable diamonds. Well, I do have a spade splinter. I have the ace of spades. You don't normally want to show a spade splinter. So what would 4 clubs mean? Support for clubs, no splinter, 2 plus spades. So, all right, let's splinter in spades. Pinpoints that hearts is a problem suit, and we'll see. Right. 3 no trumps. 3 plus clubs, 3 plus diamonds, 4 minus hearts, 4 minus spades, 11 to 17 high card points, 12 minus total points, partial stop in hearts, partial stop in spades. So they've got some wasted values in spades. I probably have the king of hearts, or the ace. But we need here, we need king, queen of diamonds, really, 5. We know the queen of clubs, 7. We know they got some wasted values in spades, so 2 or 3 there. King of hearts is 13. And that's enough for slam. Never really sure how good our minor suits are, what partners got in them. And if we go beyond 3 no trumps, we're kind of committed to a slam because we'll get a bad score. If 3 no trumps is making, if 5 diamonds, 5 clubs are making 3 no trumps, then people in 3 no trumps will score better because the over trick will just score better. So really, let's just see what any other bids would mean. What would 4 clubs mean? Q bid. Total points forcing to 4 hearts for some strange reason. 4 diamonds would say twice rebiddable diamonds. I don't have that really. Q bid is ace of hearts. That would show the ace of spades, but trying to rely on the robot's judgment is not a good idea. So either we're going to punt 6 of a minor, and we're not sure which minor, or we're going to set up with 3 no trumps. I think I'm going to try for the overtricks and no trumps. I just don't know which suit would be best. And that's what I thought turned out quite well. We've got our 4 club tricks. We've got 2 diamond tricks. That's pretty much what we expected partner to have. So obviously, remember, the north hand is the one they can't see, and this south hand is the dummy. So we have a spade stop. A second spade stop once this ace is gone. And we have the 4 clubs. So it will be 2 spades, 4 clubs is 6. Heart is 7, and 2 diamonds. So the choice is really on which red suit are we going to play. We could win the ace of spades, take a heart finesse, and even if it loses, we're guaranteed an extra heart trick. And then if the 10 falls or they break, then we will have 2 extra heart tricks. Play on diamond, and we might not lose a trick in doing that if the king appears and we lead it. So we might make an extra trick without losing the lead, and then we could turn to diamonds. But if it does lose, they'll carry on with spades, knock out our spade stop, and we won't be able to set up the diamonds. The diamonds are much more likely to set up 2 extra tricks, and we might still find that it was safe to take the heart finesse subsequently. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to win the ace of spades and see if anything interesting happens. But the jack of diamonds appears there. And goes there. Right, so now we have a very interesting decision to make. If the robot had queen jack of diamonds, they'd play the jack of diamonds. If they had a singleton jack of diamonds, they'd play the jack of diamonds. If they had a singleton queen of diamonds, they'd play the queen of diamonds. The robot would never play the queen of diamonds if they had queen jack doubleton. So with most players, the jack appearing would give us a restricted choice position where if they had queen jack, they could have played either of them. But we know the robot wouldn't play the queen from queen jack. So it's still a 50-50 chance whether West has the queen of diamonds or not. One thing that is quite likely is that if the jack of diamonds is singleton, then it's quite more likely that heart finesse will work because West is likely to have longer hearts than East. It really is a 50-50 guess. I'm just seeing what happens. If we finesse and lose to the queen, spades knocked out, and I've really got no indication as to whether the heart finesse I should take the heart finesse or not. If I finesse and it wins, then there's quite a good chance that heart finesse will work. Play a diamond to the ace and the queen drops, that's fine. Play an ace and the queen doesn't drop, then it's quite likely the heart finesse will work. and I've got my 2 diamond. So I'm going to play drop the queen. Oh, so they played Jack 6 from they play it from Queen Jack 6. They might have done, yes. They probably did. Right. So I've got my 2 diamond tricks. So now I think probably West does have Queen Jack 6. Now with the Jack of Diamonds, knock out the spade. And I will get 2 extra diamond tricks after I've done that. I think I've got to do that. Whereas now if I take the heart finesse, if it wins, all well and good. I just knock out the diamond. I've got an extra trick. If it loses, I might have 2 extra heart tricks. So I might only have 1, depending on how they break. So I think I've got to knock out heart was thrown away from there. So I've obviously got to throw a heart from here because my clubs are pretty good. And in fact, don't need to worry, do I? Because now I've got the ace of hearts, 4 clubs and 2 diamonds. So I can claim the rest of the tricks. Plus 660, 75%. But yeah, the people I'm level with are doing the same. Yeah, it's 3 no trumps plus 2. Some people bid up to 6 diamonds, 6 no trumps. They went down. Yeah. Just thing for me, it was too likely that partner was 3-3 in the minors, and we wouldn't have a suit that was good enough to play in slam. That 6 clubs is probably the best chance for a slam, but it won't make either. Right. Here we are with another 11-point hand. So once again, we know nobody else has got more than 11, and everything's pretty even around the table. But we got a 5-card spade suit, so 1 spade. 2 diamonds from West, which is just a normal diamond overcall. 4 diamonds from North. A splinter. They got 4 plus spades and 1 avoid or singleton in diamonds. So that's quite useful. Singleton spade, we've got to be worried about hearts. 13 plus total points, but we know they haven't got more than 11 high card points. There's nothing we can do. We've got to be playing 4 spades here. And I begin with clubs. Oh, partner's got the singleton heart. We should just lose the 2 aces here. Cash those 2 aces. 6 of diamonds, so we might as well take our ace. Now we can draw trumps and the clubs are all good. So we can claim. And this should be a pretty flat hand. There we go, 50%. Still equal second. Is there anybody who's not in 4 spades plus 1? No. A perfectly flat board. This was eminently predictable once you open 1 spade. So we've got a flat 14 count. Actually quite good because we've got honours in our longer suits. I like to open this hand. It's 4-4-3-2. 1 no trump because the robot just responds so much better than the trump. But 2 clubs, 2 spades. 2 no trumps basically says they may not even have 4 hearts for this bid. 9 high card points. So we don't have enough for game, so we're going to pass. Let's see what they lead. And surprisingly, it's a diamond. As usual, they don't have 9 points, but only 8. You should have 3 club tricks, 3 spade tricks is 6, a heart trick is 7. You just got to look for something else. Oh, that's a good sign that they didn't have the jack of diamonds. They might have the 10. Right, so this is making my communications a little difficult. Taking off an entry to my hand. I think I've got to set up clubs first. Let's see if we can persuade them to take the ace by leaving the king. Yes, right. There's another spade coming. Yeah. So we've got the king of spades. We'll throw a club from dummy because we can if clubs 5. We started with 8 clubs, 4-4. So they start with 5. If they're 3-2, the 10 will come down and my 8 on the 3rd round will be good. But now I want to attack hearts. Queen, excellent. Ace. Now I'm going to knock out the king of hearts and I'll have my heart trick, which should be my 8th, and I've got communication in clubs. All right, here's the 10. So we know they're good. I've got communication in hearts there now. And we've got the queen of spades here, the club to throw 2 away. Can't quite set up a squeeze position. But because I can lead the 7 of hearts to the jack, I can win that and dummy, lead the 9 of clubs to the queen. Throwing a heart away, that's good news. Both our hearts will now be good. So they were both good anyway because of the initial ones. Throw a diamond away. And play the queen of spades, which is good. Throw a diamond away. Our last spade is not good because there was only 1 in dummy and 4 in our hands. That's 5, so they had 8. And we've only seen 6 of them. Let's cash our hearts. There's the spade, and here's our diamond loser. But we did make 9 tricks. So 96.4% for that. Is that enough to get us into first place? Yes. Whoever we're tying with didn't. So one other person did that. Other people played in 3 clubs. Well, I've been very happy playing it. I was very happy playing in no trumps in that one. Right, 13 points, but 2, 4, 6, 7 diamond tricks. And 1 heart, and 4 hearts. Well, we're going to open this 1 diamond just to see partner bids hearts. They do. And this hand's doubling for takeout, showing spades and clubs. Once trumps are drawn, our diamonds are likely all to be good. We can rough spade leads. Only got a couple of clubs to lose. Partner may not have very much for their heart bid, but 4 hearts is likely to be good trump act. We might even be making 6, but I don't think there's any good way of exploring it. Although 2 spades would show spades, 3 spades, 21 minus 19 to 20 points. It begins to get to hand, but the robot would just get too high. Let's just settle for 4 hearts. And there's the king of spades. Right, I've got 2 diamonds to go with our 7, so unless they're 4-0, we're going to make 7 diamond tricks. King of spades. We should ruff. I'm going to duck a heart to start with. So there's the only danger here really is that hearts are breaking badly. They break 3-2, there's not a problem. We take 2 hearts and play the diamonds and wait for them to ruff, and then when they do, we get back in with the ruff and so on. So, but let's just see what happens if we duck our heart. The ace of clubs is a nice card to see. I'm now going to see if hearts are 3-2. Playing heart to the ace. This looks good. Yeah. So now, provided diamonds are not 4-0, we're okay because we've got 7 diamonds, 2 there, that's 9. So they've got 4. And provided they're 3-1 or 2-2, we can, that'll all fall and all 7 diamonds will be good. What we need to worry about is if diamonds are 4-0. And then we'll only get 1 discard and we'll have too many losers there. But if we play the ace of diamonds and find that they're 4-0, if they trump, they'll be using one of their last trumps. There are 2 they've only got 1 trump left. We've played 2 rounds and they follow suit. So if they ruff a diamond, they'll be roughing it, the first round of diamonds, they'll be roughing it with their only trump. And now that will be safe because I'll have a way back. I'll still have a diamond to lead from that hand to get into here, and I'll be safe. And if they both follow to this, we know the diamonds are coming in, so we can leave the heart now. The king and the 8 of diamonds to the king, and they split 2-2 anyway, but we can now play the rest. So everybody will have done it. All our precautions were necessary. With board 8, 450, 82%. Well, it's enough for first place. 72 3%. Really, there's this set of boards in the middle where we just got averages. I mean, board 6. Don't see anybody's going to do anything different. But these 2 here, we took the low road because the robot will think you've got the world if you started bidding. So we just had to stay low there and collect our normal scores. But for the rest, we did quite well. I hope you found it useful. I hope you can see how counting can help improve your scores. And if you do, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave any comments that you want below. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.